Alright, what up guys? It's me, Gaming Guy TV here, and welcome to another episode of the Google Drive course. Now this is episode 8 out of 10, and today we are looking at Google Calendar. Now, what is Google Calendar? Google Calendar is a calendar service made by Google. It is a totally online calendar service. So, how do you use a calendar? Or how do you use Google Calendar? Not a calendar, Google Calendar. And by the way, all of us at the school that I go to use Google Calendar. It is great. Believe me. So this is my calendar. So, as you can see, I have my schedule, I have band rehearsals, I'm a UMBC fan, so I have their game calendar synced up to mine. I've got all my Google Classroom assignments. And I have, like, my humanities class and stuff like that. So, how do you go about creating a calendar? So, you go into Settings, I believe, and then add calendar, create new calendar. So that is how you create a calendar. I'm not actually going to create a calendar, but how you share a calendar. You would go under the calendar settings and like here. And then share with specific people. And you can, go through and do a lot of that and share with specific people. Like, I'm in a squash league, and I still need to go through and do this. But my squash team has a calendar on the squash league website. And what I did in the fall was I went through and created a calendar for that squash schedule. And invited my parents and grandparents to it so they all knew when I had a game and when I had like a challenge ladder and stuff like that. So how do you add an event? Well, there are two ways to add an event. One of the ways is you literally click somewhere, add a title, test, event, select the date, select the time, and, start time, end time. You can add guests, you can add a location. San Jose, because that's what comes to mind. You can add a video conferencing too if you want. But that is how you create an event. So, let's take a look at some of the Google Calendar features. Now, we already touched on locations for events, but this is honestly great because, like, for our classes here, they give us the room number. So, what is helpful is I have an Apple Watch, which has a calendar app on it. And I can sync up the calendar to give me notifications 5 minutes before the next class starts, which is when the class before that ends. So it'll give me a notification like you're going to science in, in room 102 of this building. And I'll be like, okay. And I can walk there, and sure enough, that's where I have science. So it'll tell me that, and it is great to have those locations. So now there are different views for Google Calendar. So there is the day view, which gives you a rundown of your day. If you go here, I have my schedule there. Then there's week, which is what I generally use. It gives you the rundown of the week. You see, the title and times of the events in order. You see stuff that is set for all day. Then there's month, which gives you some stuff, but you have to click like the 7 more, and stuff like that. Hang on a second. Sorry guys, had to place a dinner order. But yeah, here is the month view, and then you get a year view here, and that's just your basic calendar. No detail, no nothing. Then you get a schedule, which gives you like the next week or so with event times and event names and locations. Then there is the 4-day view, which I do not like, so I'm going to skip that, but it essentially shows you the next 4 days. So, there are tie-ins to Gmail and Classroom. Obviously, you saw the Classroom because I have some assignment stuff on here. And then with Gmail, it all links together. So, essentially, I can link, like, I had a flight booked out to San Francisco for Southwest, and it got the email, and it automatically added the flight to my calendar. So, and it also gives you reminders, like I mentioned, before each event happens. So, you'll be able to know where you need to be, when you need to be, stuff like that. So, sorry I sort of sped through this a lot. These are much shorter videos because there's not as much you can do with them as like Google Docs and Google Drive and all that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see all of you, if not more of you, in the next video. Thank you. Bye.